I wanted to speak with someone who had worked with the company, and I got word that a former managing director for India was willing to talk.
One of my close friends who was in the research division working on these modified crops, he came to my hotel for a drink. We were sitting and having a drink, and after a few drinks he told me, "Hey Jack, we're going to change the type of business you're doing in India." I said, "What do you mean?" "We are going to get into seeds business, and we are going to make the seed business on all crops so that we have the monopoly on seeds, and every farmer is to come to us to buy seeds every time." That rang a bell in my mind. If a poor farmer is to go to Monssanto to buy seeds every time, and such expensive seeds, at that time there's no idea of BT at all for me. Genetically modified seed was not in my mind. Even seed monopoly is something very bad.
So farmers get into debt when they get the seed because of the high cost, 17,000% more. They get into deeper debt because it doesn't deliver on the promise of controlling pests, so they have to buy more pesticides. The tragedy with chemicals, whether it's fertilizers or pesticides, is that they are what has been called ecological narcotics. The more you use them, the more you need to use them. For a while, the yield of the single commodity climbs, and then it starts to decline because you have contaminated the soil.
Most of India's cotton is grown in the Punjab region, which has quickly become the largest user of pesticides in India. Dr. Pritpal Singh has been studying the effects of these chemicals on human health, and his reports show a dramatic rise in the number of birth defects, cancers, and mental illness here in the region.
You can go in every village, you will see that hundreds of patients are suffering with cancers. 70 to 80 kids in every village you will find them facing the severe mental retardation and physical handicap. Companies, fertilizer, pesticides, they are totally refusing the after effects of the pesticide and fertilizers. And this is the, you can say, classical symptoms of the toxicity. In one village, there is 60 mentally retarded kids like this boy. So it will be very dangerous phenomena in the Punjab. And pupils, farmers, and labor, there is small farmers and maximum the labor means, so they can't afford now treatment. Ultimately, they have accept to the death of their kids. And they are waiting the death of their kids. Mother is waiting for the death of this boy.
Companies that make the GM seeds and make the chemicals are the same companies. And they're also the same companies that make the medicines which they are not patenting. So you get cancer, there are more profits. For them it's a win, 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 win. As for nature and people, it's a lose, 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 lose. It's the day those agents of these companies come to the farmer and say, "You owe me this much. You haven't paid back. Now your land is my land." That day the farmer will go into his field, drink a bottle of pesticide and end his life. And every widow I've talked to said, and the neighbors came and said they first found my husband lying in the field.
In the last 16 years, there have been more than 250,000 recorded farmer suicides in India. That's about one farmer every 30 minutes. And it's the largest recorded wave of suicides in history.